Those 5 pillars of civic responsibility, they ensure that our focus is on the best traditions and intentions of America. They foster a decorum of self and society that ensures that the Bill of Rights and constitutional protections that we share are more than just talking points. They are milestones that we observe in our daily journey. Those values, they uplift us with structure when everyday institutions let us down. Let's be clear. Without those civic responsibilities in play, institutions in America have always let us down, and they will continue to do so. Tax policies will never quite fill the deficits, and politicians will continuously create gridlock instead of finding efficient, smart compromises. Freedom of religion will morph into fights about making one religion more important than another. Freedom of speech will build echoes, silos, intended to block one voice out over another. Amendments, rights that we count on, will not be available to all Americans. They become subjective and applied from time to time, not all the time. And when we have that, hope starts to fade. And civic pride, as we've seen recently, starts to erode. And that's because institutions alone, they don't have substance. They mean nothing without the pillars that provide us the focus and decorum to stand upon, so that those institutions can serve the American people in a way that allows us to build a better America. But those pillars of civic responsibility do more than just give us focus, decorum, and structure. They form bridges, ones that lead us away from war and into peace. They form the roads that cross over troubles and bring us to a place of hope. They guide us from within and allow us to have the civic engineering necessary to keep us steady and keep us focused on moving forward. Now, if you think about it, bridges are truly marvels. They're technical miracles of brain power and ingenuity that combine with raw strength and grit. Together, they connect us in ways that were previously unimaginable. For example, I want you to look over my shoulder. This is, for those of you that are not from Pennsylvania, this is the new River Gorge Bridge. It's a bridge I've crossed about 200 times on my way to North Carolina as a student at North Carolina by way of Davidson College, and then living in North Carolina for 10 years. When you cross that bridge, there's no doubt of its structure. In fact, it was the largest arch bridge in the world until a couple of years ago. China built one longer. It is still the longest arch bridge in North America. Once you see it, and you cross it at 70 miles an hour, or if you're going a little faster and hoping that the police aren't there, maybe a little faster than 70 miles an hour, you don't doubt its structure. You don't doubt the plan. You're just glad it's there. Now, I want you to think about the bridge over my shoulder. It's 870 feet long. It's 870 feet high. It's 3,030 feet long. It's over half a mile. A half a mile that's going over the New River. It's closing that gap between two mountains in the mountain state. It's a structure that's built from plans that had focus. It's a necessity that came about because as we evolved as a people, namely in West Virginia, the coal mining industry, more population, there was a need to connect communities together. And out of absolutely nothing but a plan and some focus and a way of doing things, a structure came about that bridged people together. But interestingly enough, when you think about that bridge, that technical marvel, is it not quite the same exact thing what the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution have been in our country for 250 years roughly? Is it not the same exact thing, bringing people together that previously had not been brought together before? But think about this. What I'm asking you all to do tonight is not just think about bridges made of steel and concrete. The bridges we need the most right now are made of human beings. They're made of you and me. They're made of us as citizens working together. It's made of us closing the gaps that are ahead of us, even in a society where polling from your generation says that you don't believe in the American dream as much anymore, that you don't believe in free market principles as much anymore, that you believe that America's finest days are behind us. But I'm here to tell you, if you're willing and able to be a bridge, just as we thought that that was not true years before, and we were correct, we can once again prove that America's best days are ahead of us.